replay, I hope you are enjoying your day. Let me get my other mug from Glory. She sent me a couple of mugs. Look at this. Just me and about 500 of my quilty friends. How awesome is that? My favorite time of day. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys. Big news. Big news. Went over 70,000 subscribers to my YouTube channel. Yay! Thank you all so much. Could not do what I do without you. And it is just so wonderful to see everybody here in the chat. Hi, I'm Becky from Power Tools with Thread, and you are in our morning, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Central Stitchuation Room. It's a virtual stitching retreat. We might sew, we might scan and cut, we might embroider, we might, I don't know, cut fabric, whatever. But you do you, okay? This is a great time to put me on the computer or the TV and tidy your room. Just take 20 minutes and then get a cup of coffee and sit down and watch the rest, right? Whole lot can get done in 20 minutes. My hair is all over the place, you guys, today. Woo! Anyway, so let's see. Yes, it. Oh, did I put 2023 in the title, Nancy? I sure did. I'll fix that when the video's over. Y'all know where we're at, right? So yesterday, I cut out the pieces for On Wander Lane's Loveland Cottage, the mini quilt. That was this one here with the owls. See that? Cut that out yesterday on the SCANNCUT. And then, so we scanned it in, showed you how I do the fabric and everything and scanned it in. Oh, the kitchen's there's waffles and syrup in the kitchen. We have a virtual kitchen, just like at every quilt retreat. And you can wander over there and share what is available. Okay. Made by Margie got monkey bread to celebrate my 70,000. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So I told y'all I was going to give away the Quilted Witch, right? The kit from Lady M. She gave this to me to give to you. It's got the pattern. Okay. See this? And it's got about 20 pounds worth of fabric. Now, thank you, Debbie. Yes, it is terrific. I'm so excited. I am so excited. I'm on the hunt for that silver plaque from YouTube for sure. So I'm going to give away the Quilted Witch kit on Sunday the 18th at 4 p.m. Central. That way everybody can get here. And it's going to be U.S. shipping only, guys, on this. I'm sorry, because it weighs a ton and it'll cost me a week's salary to ship it to you overseas. But I am going to do another little giveaway tomorrow. I have a pair of 9-inch Guggenheim shears, courtesy of Guggenheim. I want to thank Stephen from Guggenheim for sending these to me to give to you. So I'm going to give these away tomorrow, Friday, in our Stitchuation room. So isn't that cool? Y'all, I use these all the time at my sewing machine. And no, the 18th is not Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday is this Sunday, I think, right? So the 18th, is that right? Now I got to figure that out. I want to say the Super Bowl is this coming Sunday. I'll have to ask Mr. Google. Do you guys know? I haven't paid attention. When is Super Bowl 2024 game? It is, what's the date? It doesn't give the date. Reliance Stadium. It doesn't give the date. Why is that so hard to give me a date? Let me see. It's Sunday, February 11th at 5:30 p.m. Okay, good. Super. So I'm going to give away the Quilted Witch on the 18th, the following Sunday. Valerie will be here, I think. And I'll do that then. And that's in the afternoon. So, and that way, if you had to work, you shouldn't have to work. You shouldn't have to have a doctor's appointment, something like that, right? I want to make sure That, yes, go Chiefs. I agree. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Kay, thank you so much for your super sticker. You are so sweet. I appreciate that so much. My goodness. Down below the chat, there is a little $sign, and it allows you to give a super sticker to show your appreciation for the content. And that means the world, and it keeps the channel going. So, okay, my shirt today says, quilting solves most of my problems, and my husband solves the rest, because I could not do what I do if I didn't have the support of my sweet man, Keith Thompson. I got to show y'all what he did yesterday. Talk about power tools. Where's my phone? There it is. His buddy brought over a old boat seats that they'd seen better days, right? So let me pull up the chat. Keith sent me the picture. Okay. All right. Here's what you're looking at. So the boat seat on the top is the seat where the fisherman sits. And then this one here covers probably a live well. Okay. So that's what his friend Buddy brought over. This boat's been sitting out at Choke Canyon for I don't know how long. Okay. Anyway, so my husband he put himself through college doing upholstery. He went to the Votech at Little Rock and learned upholstery, and then put himself through college doing that. So let me see if I turn it this way, it's going to turn. All right. Look at him now. Look what he did. He did that yesterday afternoon. Isn't that amazing? It took him an afternoon to get it done. He's so talented, isn't he? And he did that. Let me make this bigger. It's got welt cording and everything on it. Can you see it? See the welt cording around that live well cover? Wow. And then I want to show you, let me put done and go back to my pictures and turn it sideways. And this is the baby he did it on. We've got that in the back room of our house. That's his machine. He bought that from Sew Machines Plus. Came with the table and everything. Probably about $1,500 is what that runs. But that's the Jin, okay? I honestly think Juki makes this machine, and they call it the Jin. It's the Juki Industrial, Jin, Juki Industrial. So it worked great. Yeah. No, upholstery is not easy at all. I hate it. I won't do it. But yeah, he knocked those out yesterday. So I want to give my husband, Keith, a shout out. He did amazing work. I'm very, very proud of him. Okie doke. So real quick while we're here, today at 10 a.m. Central, I'm going to do, for single needle users, we're going to have a little sew together live. We're going to make the March Kimberbell mini quilt. That's today. I have a calendar on my blog. There's a tab for a calendar on my blog if you want to see when all that's going to happen. So today is single needle. Tomorrow is multi-needle at 10 a.m. And then Monday at 1, 1300 for you military types. Monday at 1. Oh, we're not doing the giveaway today, Phyllis. Monday at 1, we're going to put it all together. So that gives you the weekend to get the blocks done. So let me show you. I got a dental appointment Monday morning, so we have to do it in the afternoon. But it's the one that says Lucky. See that? See that one that says Lucky? That is the March mini quilt from Kimberbell. So for you Kimberbell freaks, you know who you are. I've got the kit. You can get all of this. I've got links to it below. And then I have the March embellishment kit. Okay. I just sent them an email and asked them when they can expect July through December. I haven't seen it yet. But they have these kits in stock now on them. I've got a link below to them. So you can click on them. It jumps you over to a quilt shop and you can pick them up there. Okay. And then yesterday we cut out, like I said, the pieces for the On Wander Lane February mini quilt. And I finished it. Finished it yesterday. Look at that. Look, isn't that adorable? I recut the pieces yesterday afternoon. Yesterday morning, I was cutting gray, but I cut the pieces again yesterday afternoon because my, what am I trying to think of? I had another bundle of fabric for On Wander Lane come in the mail yesterday, and I was all excited. And so I went ahead and cut out these pieces using that fabric. But I want you to see, I used Embrilliance to digitize the design. Look how perfect. Look how perfect that turned out, you guys. This is the process I call snapplique, because you can make applique in a snap. You scan in the paper pattern into the Brothers SCANNCUT to create a digital design, and then you use that digital design to cut out the fabric pieces. I put Heat and Bond Light on the back. Heat and Bond has come out with a featherweight. I'm going to get some of that and try it. I think I might like that a little bit better. You just need something to really kind of hold the piece in the tack down or the placement line. And then I pop the digital design from the SCANNCUT into Embrilliant Stitch Artist 2 and created the applique embroidery file. And I was given permission from Nancy Halverson to do this and show you how it's done. So yeah, it will be sweet to put the 12 months together as a quilt. Now, story time, I'm going to do this as a mini quilt, so it's already going to have a backing. So if I didn't want to do the backing on it, then I could, it would be kind of a block by block, right? Is kind of how that would go. So anyway, so this block finishes at 6. You do it to your background piece is 6.5. So it would be a little small wall hanging quilt. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll save the backing fabric and just do that. That's a great idea, story time. I appreciate that. Do I have listed in my playlist to see? You don't remember showing this a lot, but it'd be nice to rewatch those videos. Thank you. So Edelweiss Quilting, I'm not doing these as a quilt along or anything like that. I'm just kind of doing them it's just not scheduled. I don't have the bandwidth in my schedule for the year to set a time for that. The one I have set a time for is the Kimberbell. Maybe after June I can do it. I have something every single week through May, you guys. I've got something to do every single week. So anyway, you got your SCANNCUT yesterday. Yay, Anne, good for you. That's awesome. Yeah. What do I use the sew tights for? Great question. That's awesome. Thank you for asking that. You guys, I love, let me see here. Where'd it go? Thank you, Kathy. These are the fabrics for On Wander. Not all of them. A couple of them are mine. The tree branch is mine. The blue fabrics, ML Weber, it's called Whisper Weave. They are made by Benertex. They're a blender. They're made by Benertex, okay? And I ordered about a half yard of every one that they had at the Fat Quarter Shop. I had it come in. Okay, so the sew tights. These cool little, these are magnets, okay? And I use them to float my project in my hoop, okay? So because this is embroidery, I don't cut the 6.5-inch square first. I don't want to do that because inevitably, even though this is a blanket stitch, you're going to get a tiny, tiny little bit of draw, you know? And so I want to cut my 6.5-inch square after the embroidery is complete. So this is just a fat quarter of the background fabric, and I put it in a corner, okay? So to make this, I think a couple days ago, earlier this week, or was it last week? Last week I was on a cruise. I showed y'all how to scan in a paper pattern designed for hand stitching into the Brother Luminaire and create embroidery designs out of that. So that is the idea. But her eyes are supposed to be hand stitched. Okay. I'm not hand stitching because it'll look horrible. So I just laid the pattern on the embroidery hoop and scanned it in. I did an ad on the Luminaire to add another embroidery pattern. Got into Design Center, isolated just one of them, turned out pretty good, and then copied it and made another one. And so her little eyes are done. That's from digitizing her little eyes in Design Center on the Luminaire. Okay. You keep those on during the stitching process. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. You just want to make sure they're out of the embroidery field. Okay. So it's 6.5. It wasn't going to hit. You don't want your needle to hit that. Believe me, I've done it and it's terrible. Okay. You'll break that needle. Better have your glasses on. Can the sew tights be used with multi-needle as well? Kathy, yes, absolutely. So long as you keep those sew tights out of the embroidery field. If you're using the Monster Snap hoop, it kind of droops a little bit. It might catch as it goes back and forth. But if you're using the standard hoops that came with the machine, it holds it up tight and it goes back and forth over the free arm. It's no problem whatsoever. It is better than pins. You're absolutely right, Cindy. Absolutely right. Okay, so, well, Wendy says she has a Cricut maker and she needs scanning capability. Wendy, there's a reason that there's never SCANNCUTs for sale anywhere secondhand. It's impossible. They're never on Facebook Marketplace. They're never, because everybody wants them because they're so much better than a Cricut. Cricut's fine for little labels around your house or to make, this kind of thing or whatever, and that's fine. But like I said, when I scanned the fabric mat yesterday, that's where the SCANNCUT makes its money. Okay. I put every single piece of fabric on the SCANNCUT on the mat at one time, and it cut out the entire thing at one time because I can exactly place that fabric where I want it to go. There's Glory right there. Did you what, sweetie? Glory, I got your cups. Thank you. And your iron-ons, and I'm all excited. So I'm going to play with that later this weekend. So they don't get caught on the machine bed. So okay. I want to show you guys, take a look. So see how they're placed here? They're in the outer corners. See the metal on the back in the outer corners? All right. I'm going to show you the bed of the Luminaire. All right. It does have a metal faceplate and it would grab on that, but it never touches it because I've got 2 up here and 2 down here, and they never got up to it. So now, if I was doing this in a 5x7 hoop, it's a little close, right? So you just kind of got to think about that. Yeah, Cricuts are great for somebody who doesn't sew. But if you sew and you want to learn how to do this, you're going to want a SCANNCUT, definitely. Absolutely. Put it on your Mother's Day list or your Christmas list. Y'all, I have a link to Sew Tights below the video, and I've got a coupon code for 15% off. So I use them all the time when I float in my embroidery machine. I use them at my straight stitch machine to hold a quilt sandwich together if I'm going to stitch in the ditch, so I'm not having to pin. So easy, so fast. Okay. And then I use them on my long arm. I've got them loaded into the leaders. The backings are loaded into the leaders, the take up rail and the belly bar, not the belly bar, the next one. I got a new long arm. I got 2 bars on the front now instead of 1. So I've got them in there, and that way we'll call it the top rail, the end that the top connects to. Yeah. These are called the HD. Okay. These are called the HD, heavy duty HD. They have smaller ones that are perfect for paper piecing. Yes, Brother makes the SCANNCUT, Debbie. Absolutely. Now, just because it's a Brother machine, a Brother SCANNCUT, doesn't mean that you have to have a Brother embroidery machine to make this work. You can do this on every home embroidery machine because you have to take the digital file from the SCANNCUT and put it into embroidery software. And that embroidery software saves in Brilliance, saves to every home embroidery machine format. Okay. All right. Okay. You went to the virtual kitchen for snacks. I do have a link below for sew tights. Yes, please use that link. It helps me. It's free for you. It's cheaper for you if you use my link. You're going to save money. And oh man, these are hot. These are hot. I got to take this off. It's almost too hot. Woo. Okay. How do you do the eyelashes without a camera on the embroidery machine? Ooh, Margie. I don't know. Hand stitch them? I don't know. I guess if you've got, like if you have a Dream machine, no, the Dream has a camera. If you have, I don't know. You've got to have the ability to digitize those if you want to turn them. You know what you could do? You could build them in Brother Canvas. If you played around with a drawing line or something like that, you might be able to do that. What project? Uh-oh, here we go. Jacqueline, what do you got? What project would I recommend for a first project on your SCANNCUT? I'm embarrassed to admit I haven't used it since you got it to you. Don't be embarrassed, Jacqueline. I'm proud of you for wanting to do something on it. The very first project on your SCANNCUT, when you turn it on, it's got a little icon on the screen that says shapes. Just go in there. I want you to take a couple of shapes and put them on your screen and cut them out with your scrap fabric, ugly fabric. Okay. Start simple, start easy. All right. Pigma or IdentiPen for eyelashes. Okay. Do it in Design Center. Use the line tool. Yep. Yep. There you go, Patty. Yeah, you can do that. And what you can do is go ahead and in Design Center, pull up a circle, shrink it to size, and then you can kind of trace over that line on that because it's almost a full half circle, not quite. So you could do that and use it as a trace. Okay, that's what I would do. Can I digitize them in software and then mess with placement on the machine? Yes, you certainly can. Absolutely. Yeah, so you do it as an ad. Okay, thank you so much, sweetheart. You are so awesome. I appreciate that. I have a book I wanted to talk to. Oh, hey, let's do the Sew Sampler reveal for January. I was on the cruise. It released on the 30th of January, and I didn't. Okay. What do you got here? You can make the applique SVG for the Cricut machine using the embroidery design without having a Brilliance Essentials or. Okay. So you can make, yes, you can make the cut file. You do need embroidery. You need to be able to make an SVG file. Okay. Well, the way you mentioned it. So the thing about that, I see what you're saying. The thing about that is this is not an embroidery design from the get-go. It's a paper pattern. You've got to be able to digitize the design. Okay. Yeah, I know, Yorkie. I know. Just leave it in your cart. My gosh. She says she's got it in Brilliant Stitch Artist 2 in her cart. She's waiting for a coupon. So am I. So this is not a digitized design. If you're doing Kimberbell and the file comes with SVG files, that's great. You're good to go, right? You've got to be able to create that digital design, the SVG somehow, okay? Because you can import SVGs. Yeah. All right. Okay, so something else. Let me get on here. Oh, let's do the Sew Sampler reveal. I have a lot of y'all ask me what's the best box to get. I see it all the time in our private Facebook group. Y'all, if y'all want to join, you're welcome to. We've got new folks here. Okay, I went over 70,000 subscribers yesterday. Thank you very much. All due to you. And yes, Betty, I'm going to show how to do a little bit of digitizing today. I sure am. Just a little bit. Okay. So where was I going? Oh, the Quilted Witch. I'm going to give this away on Sunday February 18th at 4 p.m. Central. I'm going to do my Sunday live, third Sunday of the month. We're going to give away the Quilted Witch. U.S. shipping only, please. It weighs about 20 pounds. Okay. So I just wanted you to know that. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do a giveaway, a little giveaway tomorrow. I have a pair of 9-inch Guggenheim shears from Guggenheim. These are the best scissors I've ever used in my life. Really, really. So I want to thank Stephen from Guggenheim for sending those to me to give to you. So next time, could you show us how? So Sarah wants to know how I did the eyelashes. I did a video earlier this week where I scanned in a paper pattern, and that's how I did that. Alarm set. Good, good. So anyway, the SCANNCUT I have, Belinda, is the SDX 325. And if y'all want a SCANNCUT, you can go to Mull Queen Sewing in Tempe, and he's got a promo code. I've got a link to it below, you guys. I got a link. There's a promo code, free shipping, and you can order all your accessories and all that, okay? You might be able to save some state sales taxes too. If he can sell that out of state lines. It just depends. All right. Rita, tune in for the giveaway. That'll be Sunday, February 18th at 4 p.m. Central, okay? That's going to be the giveaway. You ordered the Sew Tights. Great, Judy. Are we driving to Arizona in April? I don't know, Jamie. I don't think so. No. I know I'm not, because I got to be somewhere. I got to get back. I got something to do. We'll be flying. Yeah. Okay, so let's do the January Sew Sampler Box from Fat Quarter Shop. If you're brand new to quilting or even embroidery, I recommend this because they have the best goodies, and they always have top of the line quilt fabric. So yeah, buy one from a local dealer. Yeah, you have to keep them in business. That's true. That's true. So, well, it depends on the state you live in, because not all SCANNCUTs can be sold over state lines. Brother has a regional restriction on that. So if you can get it from Mull Queens, please do. If you can't, get it from your local brother dealer. All right. You want to know how I come on every day? I set my alarm for 5:30. Got my shower this morning, got moving. So January, hats off to you. Isn't that cute? Look at those. On the back of this paper is a 15% off coupon code for Lori Holt Notions. Very nice. So the Notions, her little, all stuff Lori Holt that is not fabric, you can get 15% off. It comes with this is a 20 strip roll of mercantile, Lori Holt's mercantile fabric. Isn't that cute? Adorable. Nice, right? There is a Busy Bee thread cutter. Super cute. Okay. I think you can connect that to the side of your machine if you want. I know your machine came with one, but that's cute, right? You get a 1/4 inch plus ruler. Very handy. Okay. Very, very handy. From Riley Blake. Lori Holt designs for Riley Blake, y'all. You got a pack of Schmetz 8012 needles. I don't know if they were all 8012. This box had 8012. I don't know what they would have put in there. These are Microtech Sharp. You got a Bee in My Bonnet bee binding holder. These are nice. If you're going to pre-make your binding, you just wrap your binding around it and then it sits there. And that way you don't have to wonder what you did with your binding. So that's very cool. These are great little notions. And if you're an embroiderer and you're going to start doing all of these quilts like I'm doing in the embroidery machine, you're going to bind them. So these really apply to any kind of stitching. You got a pattern for haberdashery. Very, very nice. Okay. You need a little bit extra background sashing and borders and binding, but that's what the pattern looks like. Isn't that adorable? Haberdashery. So cute. This finishes at 46.5 by 47.5. And then there is a pattern in here. They're doing it for the entire year. This is pressed flowers. And I know some of you are doing this quilt, so that's cool. It's like a mystery block of the month. You never know what you're going to get, but you're getting it every month until that quilt's done, and then they'll start another one. So very cool. It's a great box. This is a great box. You're getting a roly-poly of Lori Holt fabric. Man, that's nice. Okay. It is a lot in the box. Y'all, I think these boxes, they're like $30. It's not much. And they're so great. If they have, so a lot of times they won't have any available. Go ahead and get on that waiting list, because people come and go all the time. And then they take and they'll open it up again and whatnot. So if they have them available, I've got a link to it below too. So if they have them available, jump on it and sign up. I have never been disappointed with what comes in this box. Story time. Yes, this is the Fat Quarter Shop Sew Sampler. I feel like this is the best, one of the best. I also love Creative Notions, don't get me wrong, but they're going to quarterly. But this is the best monthly box for quilters and machine embroiderers. I like them both. I can't say which one I like better. The Creative Notions is geared toward a single project, and then the Sew Sampler is kind of a stash builder. So they both have their things that they're good at. So you're wanting to join when they start the new block of the month. Oh, okay. I don't know. This was the January box, Jamie. This was the January box. Did my February box come in yet? I don't think so. I'll have to, maybe it did. I can't remember. Y'all, I get stuff all the time in the mail, and I'm just like, I get a pile stacking up. Alrighty. So did I talk about everything I wanted to talk? Hey, I did not. Just a minute. All right. Real quickly. So we only have 36 spaces available for the Power Tools with Thread Sew Together. It's a stitching retreat in El Campo, Texas. That is going to happen the 19th through the 23rd of September this year. Okay. So we've only got like 6 spots left. 5 or 6 spaces left. I will tell you though, there are 9 people who signed up who booked the RV park, but have not yet booked the rally registration. You've got to do that. And that's on my blog, powertoolswiththread.com. It's the top post. You've got to register for the rally. If you want to be in the rally room with all the other stitchers, you need to book that. Okay. There's a rally room registration fee, and there is a Snapplique class, hands-on Snapplique class fee as well if you want to participate in that. So just letting you know, we've got about 4 day passes left for people who are not going to be staying in the RV park. I've got ladies driving in from Houston and some come in from North Texas. They might stay at a hotel overnight, show up first thing Saturday morning, do the class, and then drive, maybe go home or go with us over to Two Chicks. I don't know. So I just want to let you know that there's about 9 of you who have not done that. So we've got to change the rules a little bit here. Okay. So if you have not paid your registration fee for the rally, which you do through my blog, you got to fill out a Google Doc so we know who you are and all of that, your email, all your contact information. And then you've got to pay the rally registration fee if you want to be in the rally room stitching with everybody. Okay. If you don't do that, I'm going to have to say by like, April 1st. Okay. If you don't do that, we're going to release, you won't be able to get in there. Okay. So my rally coordinator, Bonnie, she's going to probably send a mass email out to all of you who have registered. And we need to know if you plan on being in the rally room or not. You can't get in the rally room. You can come in for the ice cream social the night before on Thursday, but you can't get in the rally room for anything else for the rest of the weekend. okay, if you don't pay the registration fee. So anyway, you're in for the Saturday one day. You don't have to pay the rally registration, Kay. If you're coming for Saturday Snapplique class, yeah, you just need to pay for that class. That gets you in, and then you can open sew just on Saturday if you want. Okay. And that's included with that. But if you want to be there stitching for the entire weekend, you've got to pay the rally registration fee. Okay. Just want to straighten that out and make you guys aware. And if we don't hear from you, if we don't hear back from you by June 1st, if you've booked it and you haven't told us, I just want to warn you guys, I don't want anybody getting their feelings hurt. So we're going to talk about this about once a week up until we get to, because we're going to probably sell it out. I expect over the weekend. I can only fit 36 stitchers in that rally room. Okay. Deborah did not receive a confirmation that you signed up. Okay. Yes, Deborah, I've got you paid and you're good to go. You're good to go. I've got you all done. You're good. You booked the RV park, you paid for the rally room, and you paid for the Snapplique class. I saw that. You're good to go. All right. I just want to make sure that what are we stitching in the rally room? Vicki wants to know. Whatever you want. It's a retreat. You guys can stitch whatever you want. But if you want to sign up for the Snapplique class, you can bring a SCANNCUT if you want. You don't have to. The Snapplique class includes a Power Tools with Thread USB that's going to have digital designs on it, okay, that you're going to be able to put into your software and Brilliant software, and then you're going to be able to create this in your embroidery machine if you want, okay? So it's going to be, it's a semi-private lesson, and we're going to do this. You're going to have me there talking you through it, walking around, helping you do whatever you need to do in order to learn this process, okay? It is going to be fun. Tons of stuff for the guys to do. The park is amazing. It's just gorgeous. It's the El Campo Los Lagoon, okay? No, ma'am, it is not virtual. I'm sorry. Jane wanted to know if it's virtual. It is not. So, all right, we were going to do a little bit of, I want to give you guys an idea of how in Embrilliance I set up just to get things going, but I'm not going to do the entire process right now to make the owls. I'm not going to do the entire process because I've got loads of videos on my channel showing exactly how to do this. You can watch the chicken salad quilt. You can watch. Yes, I will take pictures and videos, Cindy, of the sew together. It's going to be a lot of fun. You make your SVG in Simply Applique and send it to your Cricut. Okay, that's great, Anne. Yeah, you can do that. You do need embroidery software to make the SVG. Yes, you can do it with a Cricut. You sure can. It's just easier to scan in your fabric on the mat, so you know it's gonna cut exactly where you want it to. So, all right. So I want to share my screen with you guys. Let me open Embrilliance and see if I can. All right. I'm going to open this up and show it to you guys and show you what I'm doing. Can Juju designs be cut with SCANNCUT? Yes, Carol, I do them all the time. I always, for the most part, cut that's because Juju doesn't put SVG files as a digital download in her. Okay. Wouldn't it be sweet if I made a Power Tools with Thread Nation to put on a tote? That would be cute, wouldn't it? That'd be adorable. All right. Let me see. You bought an embroidery machine, SCANNCUT, Embrilliance, tons of notions and fabric. Now you have to buy an RV. Okay. Why not? Tater tot. Why not? I love it. That's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So I'm going to bring my NQ 3700D with me, my travel machine Gypsy. She's going with me. I don't know how much I'll be sewing. Bonnie doesn't either, because we're going to be sticking around with you guys all the time. But so I'm going to take that. And somebody asked yesterday, what's a good travel machine? Look at the Brother NQ 1700 series. And then it's got an embroidery only and an embroidery sewing combo. And there might be a sewing only. I can't remember. NQ 1700. It takes a 6x10 hoop, USB, and it's wireless. So that's nice. It's got all those little bells and whistles. Okay. All right, y'all. So let me share my screen with you. I want to show you just real quick how I did the alignment to figure this out. All right. Okay. So on this screen, I've got these moved around now. This requires a 6.5. Let me move these up. This requires a 6.5 inch background fabric square. Okay. Good morning, Frito. My baby dog's coming in here. I got to say hi to her. Hi, baby girl. Good morning. Did you get your snacks? Yes, you're a sweet girl. Hello. Good to see you, baby. Yeah. You're so good. Yes. All right. Y'all, she got out of the back fence while we were on the cruise, and she just hung around in the yard waiting for us to come home. All right. So in order to figure out how to align all of your pieces, right now I'm going to hide. I've got the hoop here, but you don't have to have a hoop. Matter of fact, it can be confusing if you have a hoop there. But you've got a ruler across the top of the main design area, and you've got a ruler down on the side of the main design area. For 6.5, if you grab your one of the little, not the number, but if you grab one of the little lines on the ruler, grab a hold of it, you can pull a ruler guide. And I'm going to put this at 3.25. Okay. And then I'm going to grab another one and I'm going to put it at -3.25. So see how my tree branch exactly sat? So I know that this is going to be in the, it's going to be in the seam allowance because the finished block is 6. Okay. 0 is center where I want those hearts to be right on it. I'm going to do the same thing top to bottom. I'm going to grab a line and drag a ruler guide down to 3.5. Okay. And then I'm going to grab another one and I'm going to drag it down. Oh, I'm sorry, 3.25 to 3.25, plus 3.25 minus 3.25. Okay. This is my design space right here. You can see it inside those ruler guides. And that's the easiest way to do that. The pattern, I guess I could have moved it down a tiny bit. Then I look at the pattern over and over and over a million times. So I was looking at this, and actually, if I, this is just to make sure it all fits. I can just use my arrow keys to nudge that down. And that's actually where, so that the tree branch sits right at the corner of the design, just like the pattern shows right there. And that's how I do the alignment on that. Okay. So that'll give you an idea of how to do that. Also, when it is time, I'm going to switch to another tab to bring in the design the way I do this. All right. This is me. This is how I do it. I open up Stitch Artist 2, which looks like a little sundial right here. I'm going to click this. You get a whole new set of menu buttons, and you want this button right here that says vector. It doesn't say FCM and it doesn't say SVG. Those are both vector graphics. It says vector, so you can use either one. All right. If you only have Stitch Artist 1, this true type button will be right underneath image. So you want to hit vector, and then you're going to bring in the vector graphic. This is the vector graphic. I'm going to click open for the whole thing. Okay. And so then let me get out of Stitch Artist. I'm going to click off just because it makes it easier to grab pieces. I want to grab these with my selection tool. And I want to move them is what I want to do. Then I kind of move them all. You're going to be difficult. All right, let me go back into Stitch Artist. And then I move these just kind of up into the center and move everything into the middle, just so it's easier for me to see. Okay, this is my master. Let me do a view and get rid of draw hoop. Make that go away. So this is my master file for all of my vector graphics. This is the file that the SCANNCUT created. Then I create a new tab. All right. I go ahead and put my ruler guides on it. And then I pull in the design one by one piece by one piece. And so the bottom piece goes in first. So just quickly, okay, I would grab a ruler guide and go down to 3 1/4, grab another one, go to plus 3 1/4, ruler guide to plus 3 1/4, and another ruler guide to minus 3 1/4. There is the size of my background fabric. I'll just come over here to the tab. I'm going to click the tree limb, right click, copy, bring it back over, go to my new tab, right click, paste, grab it. I'm going to drag it down so that it fits exactly where I want it to right there. And then for the next piece, okay, you're going to go to create, design, begin new design. Now we can see we have a second design over here, and you're going to go, I want the little feet. Okay. So I scroll down and I just grab, I'm going to highlight over here in the objects panel, hold down my shift key, get them all. Now I can on the stage, go right click, copy, and bring it over to the new one and right click and paste. That looks good. And drag them down. Okay. And then I can move them around individually. You're going to continue to do that. Create, design, begin new design, go to your master file, get your big bird, the boy bird, right click, copy. And you guys, this process is so quick. Once you get going on this, okay, you can see it is so incredibly quick. So anyway, and then I fiddle with it. It took me about 25 minutes to fiddle with it and get the placement exactly where I wanted everything. Okay. And then we're going to, and in the end, and then I control A and turn everything into applique, just like that. And then I save it. File, save as Stitch and Working. And I'm going to call it Bird Test and hit save. And then when I open up a new file, I'm going to open, and I want the bird test embroidery file, and click open. There it is. And now it's an embroidery file. Whoop. Oh, let me see here. Yep. That's the FCM file. Open. I want the PES design, bird test. Yeah, open. There we go. And what you can see here with in the embroidery design is there's no blanket stitches underneath pieces that overlap it. So that's really nice. If it's real close, you get them, but that's the whole thing right there, guys. That's it. Okay. Yeah, you build that design just like you would if you were standing at your ironing board and you're ironing all those pieces down. You build the design the same way. You take the lowest one first, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. Oh, I want to show you all something very, very cool in Stitch Artist. Do I have a discount code for an RV? I bet you can get a deal at America Go RV in Seguin. That's where we get ours, and we're friends with the people. Yeah. So Marilyn wants to know, how do you adjust the blanket stitch size if you need to? There is a way. Let me get back over here. So when you are in the working file, the FCM working file, like those feet are pretty thick, right? And let me see. Before you save, you got to click right here. I need to send them an email on that because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Before you save, you'll get a tab. Let me show you again. I'm going to, let me go to Stitch Artist. Oh, I think maybe I have to be in Stitch Artist. Is that right? Yes, you have to be in Stitch Artist. That's what it is. So those feet stitches kind of overlap one another. Okay. You can come in here, stitch width, like stitch length. Let's stitch width. Let me make it. That's what I did was 2.5 and hit enter. See how they got smaller? Or 2.0. That's what you can do. So if you're in Stitch Artist, if you're doing it and you're not in Stitch Artist, you don't get the applique tab, but you click on the item that you want. You can do it to all of them at one time. Okay. You can do it to all of them at one time. And I'm just going to put 2.0 and hit enter again and see how that made those smaller. It's fantastic. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff. All right. Now I want to show you one more thing. Very cool with Stitch Artist too, you guys. This is the reason I have this software. I love it. So let me pull in the big eyes. Okay. Right click, copy. And this is the FCM. Right click and paste. All right. Let me put the eyes in here. And I didn't bring in the other circles. Let me vector. Let me see. Is that them? No, that's a bunny. There they are. Hold on a second. Cancel. I need to open another thing. Let me bring in the vector. I want that. That just has the beaks. What did I do with the eyes? I can't remember what I did with the eyes. Nope, I can't remember. Okay, anyway, I just want to show you this quickly. Hold on. No. All right. At the embroidery file. There we are. So I want to make little pupils in his eyes. Okay. I'm going to go into the create. Right here, where this is, you've got a down arrow and you can make different shapes. And I made a circle. Okay. Now I'm going to draw the circle that I made. Okay. And right here, this button says fill. Look at that. Ta-da. Very cool. Hit this. What I did was I copied and pasted it. So I had two of them that were identical. But how you do that, you can just do it wherever you want. And then you just hit the fill button. And it fills it automatically. See that? It's fantastic. So fun. And I want to go to this piece and I want to turn this piece into applique. This is why I switched to Stitch Artist 2, you guys. It's so much more powerful than BES or Simply Applique. Much more robust. I know that's driving y'all crazy that they're not the same size. Okay. It's just such a much better embroidery digitizing software. It's wonderful. I love it. And that is in Brilliant Stitch Artist 2. I've got links to it below. I show you how to use it. But that fill is exactly how I made his eyes. That's exactly how I did his eyes. Okay. Carol, the size of the blanket stitch I use depends on the size of the piece. So the blanket stitch for the feet and the little blues on his eyes were much smaller than the blanket stitch size that I used here. I generally stick with the default, whatever pops up. And this one, so when you click the applique stitch on Stitch Artist, it makes an E stitch by default. You can change that. I didn't. I like the look of the E stitch, so I left it. I like the E stitch because that little bitty E part really tacks down the edge of that fabric. You don't have any kind of fraying or anything like that. Did I put one SF101 on the background fabric? ML Weber. No, ma'am, I did not. I didn't. And it did fine. So Joanne's has Heat and Bond Light half off right now. Okay. I want to see if I can get their Heat and Bond Feather Light. Maureen, okay. If your daughter installed your software, she installed it on your computer. It does not install on the embroidery machine. It installs on the computer. Yeah. Sitting here in a daze. Do you need another embroidery machine? You can never have too many embroidery machines, you guys. I'm serious. Yes, you can use the line tool in Embrilliance to do that. I tried with the Bezier. I tried with all of that and the splines, and it was a hot mess. It did not turn out well. So I ended up using the, it was just such a time suck for me to sit there and try to get that line, her little eyelashes to be smooth and work all that out. Okay. Oh, the software, not a machine, the software. Tina, if you're not using the embroidery software that you have, perhaps it's time to get something that's a little bit easier to use. You know, I'll tell you, all embroidery, all high-end embroidery software do this process. They all do it. Floriani does it. PE Design does it. Artista does it. It's just way harder. Okay. And I don't want you to feel like, well, I spent $1,100 on this embroidery software and I just don't want it to go to waste. Y'all, that ship has sailed. Okay. Or you can get Embrilliance Stitch Artist 2 for, you know, and Essentials and Thumbnailer for under, it's like, even with a coupon, it runs, I don't know, $5.50. And you're going to be using it constantly doing this process. So could you put Storytime with Cece wants to know if you could put in a parenthesis bracket for the eyelashes. You probably could. So when I was using BES and Simply Applique, I was using punctuation marks for eyeballs, you know, that kind of thing. A period for a punctuation mark. How do you get the blue magnets? You use the link below my video. I've got a link. You go into the description box. There's a little thing. It says more, ... Touch that. Jump down there. There's all my links to all of my stuff. You have Embird. Yeah. Oh, Betty, if you have Embird, it doesn't allow Thumbnailer to do its job. Embird takes priority over Thumbnailer. You have to go into Embird and tell it to stop showing your icons as pictures. Just FYI, if you've got Embird installed on your computer and you install Thumbnailer, Embird's got a thing in it that it's still showing you the designs as pictures using Embird software. So FYI. Oh, the stylus holder. All right. I got you. Let me get it. This thing, you guys, is worth its weight. Okay. This is a little bit. So on the cruise, So and Sail 13, Eileen and Jim Stana, he is a mechanical engineer. And they're at facebook.com. I will link to their Facebook group below, their Facebook page. When I get done with the video, I will put a link there. He made this little blue doolally on his 3D printer specifically to fit the stylus on the SCANNCUT. And then they put a little keychain link in there. And then this I got from Glory. She gave me a couple of these in different colors. So I just hooked a little lanyard to it. So I'm never going to lose my stylus. This is so incredibly cool. I mean, it's small. That's it. And it hugs the stylus. Okay. So I'll put a link to it. They've got a Facebook group. I think you guys would love this. I don't know if they got them for sale or whatever, but they handed these out on the cruise and it was fantastic. So Blue Doolally, that is the actual name. Yes, Glory. Glory, did you make this and the silhouette? Because your note said you made me some things in the silhouette. Did you make this? How did you do that? Yeah. I think we should call it a stylist snuggie. What do you think? A stylist snuggie. Yep. Carol says she spent so much time last night with your SCANNCUT. You did it in your sleep. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these are nice because you guys, it never fails. Just like your curved embroidery scissors, you put them down absentmindedly while you're working and you never find it again. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know they'll sell out. I know they will too. So these are pretty cool, you guys. I don't know if they have a store site. So, all right, you guys, that's it. Our hour is up. This has been a lot of fun. Again, I will be giving away the Quilted Witch for reaching 70,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I've got awesome stuff at other mile marks. I haven't figured out which one yet, but maybe I'll give away a SCANNCUT when I hit 100,000. How about that? That would be awesome. Yeah. You like doololly. Okay. Well, Beth, I call everything a doololly. It's the cheap tape from Joann's and some hardware. You used a cam snap to tack down the hardware. That's awesome. Brilliant. That's what she did with that cheap tape. Cool. I love it. All right, you guys, this has been a lot of fun. Again, thank you for joining me. You could be anywhere right now, but you're spending your time with me, and I appreciate that. So we will be here again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, I'll be giving away a set of 9-inch Guggenheim shears, best I've ever used. Fantastic. So, and sign up for Guggenheim's emails because they will put out specials all the time, and you can get more scissors, okay? All right, you guys, we will talk to you soon. Go sew something. Bye.